Now talking about another fraud story, but this time in India, while thousands of Indians they continue chasing overseas opportunity, some are now allegedly walking straight into terrifying international trafficking network. That's right, Bihar police. Bihar is a place in India, by the way. The police says that about 1,600 people from the state are currently being investigated after remaining inside Southeast Asian countries, even after visa expiry period. And this particular allegation surrounding these cases, it's deeply disturbing. Now, officials say that many young Indians are being lured abroad with promises of high paying overseas job. And that includes countries like Cambodia, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and even Vietnam. But once they arrive, passports are allegedly seized. Movement is restricted and victims are reportedly forced into cyber scam operations under threats and intimidation. Now, this particular system is now being described as cyber slavery. Can you imagine the psychological horror here? A young person believes that they are traveling abroad for better future. Their family celebrates. Loans must be taken. Dreams begin forming, and then suddenly they allegedly find themselves trapped inside guarded scam compounds running online fraud operation. In the meantime, police say that investigations are also underway against suspected agents accused of recruiting more and more youth into these networks. The officials warn that some victims may themselves become recruits simply to survive inside the system. Well, this is how exploitation spreads. One trapped person pulls in another, and then another, and then another. The bigger reality here, it is heartbreaking. Across India, specifically among economically vulnerable families, overseas jobs still represents hope. But that desperation, it also creates opportunity for traffickers and organized crime networks. And tonight, this particular story, it is a chilling reminder that the global job market is not only becoming more competitive, but it is also becoming more dangerous. Now, talking about the US, then while immigration scrutiny it intensifies in the US, another major case tonight is reigniting America's long running debate over H-1B hiring practices. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Department of Justice has secured a settlement worth more than $313,000 from New Jersey based technology company accused of discriminating against American workers while favoring foreign visa holders. Well, federal investigations say that the company posted job advertisements that effectively discouraged the US citizens and preferred candidates holding temporary work visas like H-1B status. According to investigators, dozens of job posting allegedly classified that only certain visa holders should apply for this. Now, the story matters because it directly touches one of the most politically sensitive debates in America's technology industry today. For years, critics of H-1B system, they have argued that some companies misuse visa program to lower labor cost or bypass domestic hiring. In the meantime, supporters argue that highly skilled workers, foreign workers, they are essential for innovation and technology growth. And tonight, this case, it throws fuel directly into that particular argument again. Well, the settlement reportedly includes back pay for an American worker who was denied consideration for a developer position because of citizenship restriction. The company, it must also overhaul the hiring practices, training, recruiting, and undergo compliance monitoring. And politically, cases like this, it becomes explosive because they feed larger public anxiety around immigration, around job, wages, economic fairness, specifically during a period when layoffs are already spreading. Because when Americans lose job while simultaneously hearing stories about visa preference controversies, public frustration, it definitely rises, and that too very, very quickly. And for Indian professionals working legally inside America, this particular case, it creates an increasingly tense atmosphere because many migrants themselves, they are simply trying to survive inside systems designed by corporations and immigration structure far bigger than them.